WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. It's $5 Tuesday. It's Dinger Tuesday, and we are going to be at the game tonight with Dingler to possibly hit a dinger on Dinger Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday, Dan.
It truly is. Beautiful Tuesday here in Detroit, live from the WagerTalk office, Andy. We're amped up here to be here with you and on the show today, Andy. We got Jesse Schule coming on. I got to warn you, I don't really like the fades that Jesse has for you today, but Jesse is not here to make friends. He is here to cash winners. We'll be talking with Jesse Schule with the teams he thinks you should be fading in the World Cup and MLB today. And Ross, the boss, Benjamin, is here. He's going to be talking D-backs, Padres, Rockies, Dodgers. But, Andy, we are 51 seconds into the show. It's time to get the WagerTalk Today play of the day that quite literally can't go any worse than yesterday's play, Andy.
Yeah, yesterday's play, what a disaster. We go up 1-0 in the top of the first, and you're like, oh, we're off and running. And then they give up 6 in the bottom of the first, and you're like, and we're not off and running. So let's go to a strikeout prop, Ian Seymour for the Tampa Bay Rays. He was a relief pitcher. They just started putting him into full start situations, and his last 2 games were very, very encouraging. He made it past the 6th inning. So he goes deep into games. Last 2 games, 8 and 7 strikeouts. What pushes this over the top is the Yankees are striking out a ton recently, 12.3 times per game the last 3. This lineup is being a little bit reckless. So look for Ian Seymour under the radar play. That'll be our play of the day.
Love it. Let's ride here. Over 5.5 strikeouts. That's what we're attacking, Andy. And we're going to get right back on the horse, right? We lose on, and we got to at least cross that one off right away. No sweat, no worry. Christopher Sanchez may not be back, and we just have to accept that. But, Andy, you know what else we have to accept is that today is one of our favorite days of the week. It's because it's Tuesday, which means it's 5.
Are you not entertained?
They love it when I turn off the bass.
Are you not entertained?
Hits every time.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's $5 Tuesday. Everybody can put a play up. We've got WNBA and a World Cup, but we got to bring in Jesse. Jesse, before we get to the games that you're breaking down, did that game with the U.S. surprise you last night?
Well, you know, I lost with the U.S. in that game, and but I got my fingers crossed. You know, it hasn't been 24 hours yet. Maybe somebody will put in a call, and we can do something about that result. You know.
That's what I was joking at dinner last night. I was saying the exact same thing, Jesse. But all joking aside, I saw a lot of different ways that game could have potentially went last night. I didn't see the USA just looking woefully unprepared to play a match in the fashion that they did yesterday. That was something I didn't have on the old bingo card.
It almost felt like the controversy worked against them. Fired up their opponent, fired up. Everybody was cheering against the USA yesterday based on what the controversy surrounding the match was. Maybe served as a distraction. Yeah, I mean, I was on the USA. It was a disappointing result. I didn't expect that from Belgium. Didn't look good going into that game. They didn't start their better players. They're still a team that's kind of in disarray. I don't know what to make of Belgium moving forward. But yeah, that one stung.
Yeah, that's a brutal way to end a World Cup. You're like really a complete no-show. Is that the most embarrassing goal given up of this World Cup? I'm struggling to think of a worse one. That was just downright awful.
It may be recent World Cup history, Andy.
Yeah.
You know, not just this World Cup. That was that play where the goaltender ends up with his foot in the turf. That was the microcosm of that entire game, right? You know what I mean? Like nothing could go right, unprepared, making bad decisions. That was a unfitting end, and it almost is a loss that makes you feel like you can't even be proud about what they accomplished. And the excitingness, this young team, we're finally putting pieces together. Losing in that fashion really takes the wind out of that type of sail.
It just like maybe this is just who we are. This is just the United States. We're okay. We can win a couple games, but when we play against a team with professional players, and then when they decide to sit their players, it was like it felt like they were just like, we already know what's getting ready to happen. We don't need to put the miles on these guys. So,
I'd like to see any of them, Andy, though, stop Derrick Henry in the A gap. How about that? That's our sport.
Correct. Okay. Right. I don't think, but the difference is they're not claiming to be great middle linebackers. We keep every year. We're like, we got a chance here. We got a chance. So anyway, Jesse, we got some games to break down. I'll let you and Dan have it.
Yeah, Jesse, I say we're talking World Cup, so we start in the World Cup. You and I talked before the tournament, during the tournament. You know that I'm all Colombia'd up. I have them as my dark horse, sitting with a 40-1 on them. So obviously I would like them to advance. You're seeing them as at least a decent favorite, anywhere from -150 to -170 to advance in their game against Switzerland. But you're saying if you're going to be playing, maybe that's not the way you're looking, Jesse. What's your thoughts here? Are you really fading my dark horse, Jesse?
Well, Dan, I remember when you told me Colombia was your dark horse, and you asked me who's my dark horse. Do you remember which team I picked? It was Switzerland.
Was it Switzerland? I was going to say, I thought it was Switzerland. Yeah, so it's dark horse on dark horse crime tonight, or Jesse.
So I'm not here to tell you that Switzerland's the better team, but I'm struggling to be convinced that Colombia is the better team here. I mean, these teams match up quite evenly, if you ask me. And the price has me confused. Switzerland plus 260 on the three-way money line, Colombia plus 130. So what I'm here to tell you is, if you want to make money betting soccer, the best way to do it is avoid betting into the three-way money line. Every chance you get, find an alternative way to bet these games. The three-way money line is a great way to lose all your money. You're picking one out of three results. You got two results working against you. And as evidence of that, if you look at the World Cup since 2006, 27% of the matches, all the matches in the World Cup, 27% of them have been draws after 90 minutes of play. If you just look at Switzerland's matches in the World Cup since 2006, 30% of their matches have ended in draws after 90 minutes of play. Switzerland, they've been to 6 straight World Cups. They've qualified for the round of 16 in 5 of those 6 World Cups. This is a team that goes through European qualifying. They've got the history behind them. Colombia's qualified for 3 of the last 6 World Cups. However, they've done quite well. They've made it to the round of 16 twice, and they made the quarterfinals in 2014 with James Rodriguez. I'm going to say if you like Colombia in this game, definitely don't take them on the three-way money line, play them to advance. But I think the better bet is Switzerland plus the half a goal -145. That's slightly cheaper than Colombia to advance. And I feel that you're getting 2 results. You got Switzerland to win in regulation, or you got this game going to a draw at a fairly reasonable price, considering I feel this is an evenly matched match. But also, what a lot of people aren't talking about is Switzerland's been playing in Vancouver now for a month, and Colombia has been traveling all around. So obviously it's not Switzerland, but Switzerland should be very comfortable at this venue. So give me Switzerland plus the half goal.
A cagey affair expected this afternoon. That game goes at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and Jesse is saying his dark horse is beating out my dark horse. Comment below and let us know what you're looking to bet in that game. Obviously, we have the other World Cup action going as we're on the show here today. So we'll see how that works out for Lionel Messi and Argentina as they're taking on Egypt. Jesse, you also have some teams to fade in baseball. But before we talk about those games, I think I'm going to delay it a little bit longer because we are in the Detroit office. So I want to give them time to sit down before you may be talking about fading a $2 favorite in Tariq Skubal. Let the folks know what you got rocking. It's $5 Tuesday. What can they find at your page? WT.buzz/JS.
All right, I got a $5 MLB underdog available, but the big news is I've got a 5% play in the World Cup for Saturday's match. What am I hitting so far in the World Cup? 71% winners in this World Cup for 24 units. You rewind back to the previous World Cup, 71% winners. So consistency, certainly consistent. 71%, I'll take it. And the clients, they're not complaining either.
All right, Jesse, let's do it. Let's unfortunately break everyone's hearts here. It's Tariq Skubal bobblehead night here at Comerica Park over here in the D. And obviously they're going to be in action against the homeless Athletics. But you're saying, don't worry about that. No home, no problem. You're fading Tariq Skubal. Why, Jesse?
Why? Well, isn't he on the trade block? I mean, what are they going to do with all the bobbleheads after they trade him? The fact of the matter is Skubal has not thrown 100 pitches in any of his starts this season. In fact, he's thrown fewer than 90 pitches in 3 of his last 4 starts. The Tigers are 1-5 against the spread as a run line favorite in his last 6 starts. He's 4-4 with a 3.15 ERA, 0.91 WHIP, but he's just 1-1 with a 4.44 ERA in 4 home starts. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Skubal. I mean, he's okay at this point, but there's not a lot of motivation to let him go out there and throw 110 pitches and pitch a complete game shutout when you're trying to trade him. So I would expect him to land around between 80 and 90 pitches tonight, 5.5, maybe 6 innings. Is that enough when you're going to lay almost 2-1 as a big favorite? And then if you look at the Athletics, yeah, they've been struggling recently. They're not great at all, but 22-21 on the road. They really struggle at home. They've actually been pretty solid on the road, but I like their starting pitcher today, JT Ginn, 7-4 with a 3.04 ERA. He's 2-2 with a 2.31 ERA in 9 road starts. He's 4-1 with a 3.72 ERA in his last 5 starts. And if you're going to give me the option of laying the big price with Detroit as a money line favorite, or the much more affordable price, taking the Athletics plus 1.5 runs, it's an easy decision for me. I'll take the Athletics as a run line dog.
Wow. The boos, you can't hear it, but the boos are loud here in the Detroit office for you, Jesse. And Jesse, honestly, he relishes in that. Let's be real. Like he would prefer that than the cheers, Andy. Let's be real. Jesse, the other match, the other game you have here, we'll talk Pittsburgh. And if fading Tariq Skubal wasn't enough, you're interested in fading Paul Skeens as well. So why not just piss off everyone that loves good pitching, Jesse? What are you looking to bet here?
Well, unlike Skubal's been all right recently. Paul Skeens, not so much. The Pirates are 0-9 in his last 9 starts. He's 0-3 with a 5.67 ERA in his last 5 starts. He's allowed 5 home runs. He's walked 9 batters. Skeens is just not on form at the moment. And to lay a big price to bet on a name when he hasn't pitched well just doesn't make any financial sense. Then you got the Pirates bullpen. Their bullpen ranks 22nd in the majors with a team ERA of 4.37 among the relief pitchers. The Braves, yeah, they haven't been great recently, but they're 25-19 on the road. They've scored 5+ runs in 6 straight games. And because Pittsburgh is such a big favorite, the Braves team total is only sitting at 3.5. Like I said, they've scored 5+ runs in 6 straight games. Give me the Atlanta Braves over 3.5 runs in Pittsburgh tonight.
Get some runs going, says our man Jesse Schule. And I think Blocked must have read the notes because he says, buddy ass. He says, I'm fading Skeens. And this was before your breakdown. So he already knew that was who he was fading. And handicap is buddy ass, which you gotta love. You gotta love. Jesse, one more time, remind folks what you got rocking. WT.buzz/JS. That 5%er this weekend is going to be a must bet. 44-18, 71% that you've been rocking in the World Cup over these last 2. So keep that run going. What else are they going to find over at your page?
You'll find CFL action probably this weekend. You'll find Major League Baseball. Cashed 7 of my last 10 with Major League Baseball. Been a solid month overall. The last month we've been doing quite well. Like I said, 71% in this World Cup, 71% in the last World Cup, 71% will pay the bills. So go ahead and grab that 5% play.
Love it, Jesse. Keep the run going, brother. Always a pleasure talking to you, even when you're fading Columbia. That's how much we like Jesse. He can tell him the team that I'm sitting with 40-1 on. He can tell me, yeah, I want to fade him, and I'll still be like, Jesse, I love the breakdown.
And Schule.
Yeah, and Schule.
Literally fading the starting pitcher of the team we're going to root for tonight.
Honestly, yeah, I'm wearing my Detroit Tigers hat. You know what I mean? I'm in the Detroit office. However, I will say if Schule does get pieced up, that means we get to go get some delicious Greek food, probably even sooner than expected. So maybe low-key, some of me is rooting for Jesse's thoughts there as well, Andy.
Yeah, let's have the Tigers blast 14 home runs in the first couple of
innings.
Yeah,
just in the first inning.
Hightail it. So we're going to give away a 3-day pass for Dinger Tuesday at the end of the show. We'll show some pictures from last night. But we have a free 3-day pass just to randomly give away based on pinball from last night. So
yes.
Dan and I played best of 3 pinball. Your boy was able to take it down, so we're going to give away a 3-day pass today. This one's simple. All you have to do is put your WagerTalk username in the comment section after the show. You don't even have to pick anything. We posted it on social media, so all you have to do, put your WagerTalk username and you're eligible for that. Do we have the 3-day pass winner from Friday? We forgot to do that yesterday. We were a little.
Yeah, I'll throw the name up here in just a few. I'll throw the name up there in just a few here, Andy. But yeah, do want to remind folks, comment with your WagerTalk username below, because then you're entered in, Andy, and it's the easiest entrant ever. You don't need anyone to hit home run. You don't need anything. All you have to do, drop us a comment and include your WagerTalk username. And Andy beat me in pinball. That damn Pulp Fiction pinball machine. Andy got the win for you guys. So Andy will be selecting out of all of the names you comment below who is our free 3-day Flex Pass winner. So congratulations to whoever that will be, but you got to drop it in the comments below. As far as our winner on Friday's show, don't worry, folks. We don't forget. Sometimes we have things to get to. We do add your Flex Passes when we get the comments, though. But Jamie Williamson was who backed Marco and the points. Andy said care to make things interesting, and Marco made things interesting. And Jamie Williamson, you got a free 3-day Flex Pass. And folks, more reasons than ever to keep subscribing and keep commenting here while you're down there. Hit the like button as well.
We got some baseball games to break down. We have 2 $5 plays. It's $5 Tuesday up at WagerTalk. So WNBA coming. We only had one play yesterday. I believe it was a WNBA 4%er. We hit that one. We closed out Wimbledon tennis doubles, so clients are happy. Night's off to a week start off to a good start. So we have WNBA and we have World Cup. So we have 2 $5 plays that are up at WagerTalk right now. So happy with the start. And last week we had 6 plays, won 4 of them in World Cup, Dan. So 4-2, pretty good week. We've just been pretty low volume, not firing away on every game, but there's something we like today. Yeah, and WNBA has been very, very nice to us. And by the way, what was our play last night that we have been talking about? The Connecticut Sun.
Yes.
Getting 13.5 points, win outright.
While we were walking to the arcade where Andy and I won you a free 3-day Flex Pass, and we also destroyed the House of the Dead. While we were walking there, Andy, on this insanely long walk that felt way longer than a mile, 1.2 miles, Andy just in the dark of night was like, Dan, Connecticut Sun, outright. It's just like the gift that keeps on giving, baby.
They keep getting these huge numbers. They start at 14.5. I think it closed at 11.5. Books
insane.
Were 13 points off of it. So hopefully,
Andy, here's a good point too. Is like we do our free play at the top of the show, and that one sucked. You know what I mean? But the people who are watching every show long, like there are those little tidbits in there that's like, hey, this is a bet on team. We're not just going to make it the same play every single time. Sometimes it's a client play, but you know those little tidbits are the teach a man to fish moments, as opposed to here's what we're betting tonight. You know, so don't miss out on little trends like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring in Ross. We got to talk some MLB games for Ross. Happy Tuesday, Ross. How are you?
Good, Andy. I see they got you on kitchen duty in the Detroit office, huh?
Well, so I got to my Airbnb, and then the internet in the office was out, and the office is really crowded. So I just set up shop here in the Airbnb. That way I'm not taking up too much space at the office because I once the show's over, I have nothing to do. So why would I just be meandering around an office? I would just be sitting in people's laps, being super annoying. So we got a couple games for you to break down in MLB here. But first, what are your thoughts on the World Cup so far?
Yeah, very disappointing performance by the U.S. last night after such an exciting World Cup in terms of how they performed up to that point. It sort of took the air way out of the balloon last night. And, again, as much as they've accomplished during this World Cup, they're still not able to advance to the quarterfinal. They get eliminated in the round of 16. That's all too much a familiar theme. And I'll be interested to see what they're going to do with Pochettino in terms of, are they going to re-sign him to another contract, or will he opt to go to one of those big clubs in Europe? So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's not a good thing when your team's best player is like the 14th best forward in one particular league. Kind of tough to make a deep run into the World Cup with that kind of talent. So, all right, well, let's get to the bases here. MLB Diamondbacks versus the Padres. We got Marquez for the Padres and Gallen for the Diamondbacks. If you guessed that the Padres have been the worst team in the last 10, you would be correct. 1-9, a putrid season for them so far. But they get a good pitching matchup here. Gallen's been pretty awful. The odds tell you that. You got a struggling team, and yet they're a little bit of a favorite here, but over under 8.5. What do you make of this game?
Yeah, speaking of Zach Gallen, what the hell is going on with him? He looked like one of the brightest young pitchers in baseball a few years back, and now here he is. He just can't get anybody out. I mean, not only has he struggled all year, over his last 3 starts, an 11.02 ERA, a 171 WHIP, and also over his last 7, an 8.68 ERA, a 177 WHIP. He's allowed 10 home runs over his last 37 and a third innings pitched. So not very good when it comes to Zach Gallen. And Arizona, by the way, they've averaged 5 runs per game over their last 6. So keep that in mind when I get down to my free pick, because the Padres, as Andy alluded to, are 1-9 in their last 10 games, and they've allowed 8.3 runs per game during that time. And despite their anemic offensive numbers, I should say, of late, they still have managed to hit 10 home runs in the last 7 games, meaning the Padres. And German Marquez, 3 home starts this year, a 10.38 ERA, a 192 WHIP, and allowed 7 home runs in those 3 home starts in just 13 innings pitched. Just absolutely brutal. And the Padres bullpen, over their last 7 games, a 9.20 ERA and a 198 WHIP, allowed 10 home runs in 29 and a third innings pitched. You're not going to win a lot of games like that, Andy, with a bullpen performance like that. Well, we have 2 struggling starting pitchers. We have 2 teams that will take advantage and exploit that, even though they're not putting up prolific offensive numbers of late. And I'm going to go with the D-backs and the Padres to go over 8.5. Now, there are some 9s out there. That's okay, folks. I got an 8.5 over at FanDuel. There's also an 8.5 over at Caesars. But if you can't get 8.5 and you get 9, that's fine. So there you have it. We got to get 9 runs to win the over 8.5, Andy. So why would I tell somebody not to take it at 9? The worst they're going to do is a push if that falls on that number.
Yeah, absolutely. Great way to play it. I want to get to this second game, but Ross, it's $5 Tuesday. What do you have up for everyone?
$5 Tuesday. I have a 4% money line top play in Major League Baseball tonight, folks. I absolutely love this game. The only reason why I'm not making this a 5% best bet is because we're not allowed to use 5% best bets on $5 Tuesday. So take advantage of this. Normally $30, today $5. Major League Baseball been on fire, 8-2 with my last 10 and 14-4 with my last 18 Major League Baseball premium picks. So take advantage, folks. MLB money line, 4% top plate. It should be a 5% best bet, but not to cry, not to give you a sob story, but it's $5 Tuesday. We can't use 5% best bets.
Go get Ross's 4.9% best bet, everybody.
Yeah.
It's only $5.
4.99. 4.99, Andy.
Yeah, I get that. All right, let's talk about the poor Lorenzen for the Colorado Rockies. He gets to face the Dodgers and Wroblewski. I mean, Lorenzen. It's like, man, you guys can't find anybody better. Like this ERA 6.91. It's just it's insane. What can you do with this game? You're almost having to lay 1-3 or 2 plus 235. The over/under is 9.5. I see the Dodgers even in their stadium. This is not in Colorado. This is at Dodgers. Their team total is 5.5. So I don't know. What do we do with this game, Ross?
Well, let me preface this by saying this game was assigned to me. It wasn't a game of choice.
Yes.
I will tell you that I put together something where I think we're going to have the winner in this game. And, boy, you talk about Michael Lorenzen. I don't know if you remember, guys, he started out his Major League Baseball career as an outfielder, and he was a pretty good hitter with power. And over the last few years, you wonder why he hasn't given up the pitching and gone back to the outfield. But in any event, it shows a shortage of quality starting pitchers in Major League Baseball when he continues to be part of a rotation, albeit a very bad one with the Colorado Rockies. Lorenzen, over his last 11 starts, Andy had mentioned his 6+ ERA on the season, but over his last 11 starts, 7.44 ERA, 185 whip. This is a Colorado team that's really struggled as a run line underdog this year when playing quality teams. They're 7-25 this year as a +1.5 run line underdog when going up against teams like the Dodgers that have a +0.5 or better run per game differential. They're also 1-9 this year as a run line +1.5 dog when they face National League teams like the Dodgers that have a team on base percentage of 340 plus. So in Colorado, by the way, 15-30 on the road this year. Conversely, the Dodgers 30-15 at home. Offensively, the Dodgers over their last 7 games, 5.7 runs per game, a 358 team on base percentage. And left-hander Justin Wroblewski gets the start tonight for the Dodgers, and he's been in excellent form over his last 3 starts with a 2.25 ERA, 0.85 whip, averaging 6.7 innings pitched per start, which is that's a very healthy number, and especially in the modern day of baseball where 5 and 6 innings seem to be the norm for starting pitchers. Wroblewski also this year 6-0 is a run line favorite of -1.5 when facing teams with a losing record. Dodgers winning all 6 of those games that Wroblewski started in that exact situation, not only winning, but winning by 8.8 runs per game. The Dodgers are 4-1 in their last 5, 11-3 in the last 14. Andy, I'm left with no choice here. The best option to bet on this game, in my eyes, is the LA Dodgers -1.5 at odds of -130 on the run line over the Colorado Rockies.
Great breakdown. Poor Lorenzen. It's just walks out there and gets shelled. He's getting worse, like you pointed out. It's unbelievable. Oh, poor guy. So, listen, Ross, as you well know, NFL is right around the corner here. So we're going to start talking about some player props and get ready for it. But what's a buzz for Buffalo? How are they feeling at this point?
They got a real tough schedule, and there's some transition guys. You know what I mean? You got Joe Brady, a first-time head coach. You got Jim Leonard, a first-time defensive coordinator in the NFL. He was a defensive coordinator at Wisconsin and a very good one. You're going into a new stadium. So right. We're seeing some personnel changes on the defensive side of the ball that should upgrade the defense, but we never know till they get on the field. I'm not willing to make any type of prediction with the Bills right now. They should be a quality team, but with the schedule they have to play and with all the turnover, I'm going to wait a few weeks before I have any definitive opinion on the Buffalo Bills, let alone making a futures bet on their win-loss record. So there you have it, Andy.
Love it. We're starting to get into let's go, Josh Allen, now or never.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there.
One of the good things is they acquired DJ Moore in the offseason from Chicago. He should help immensely. Not that he's the best wide receiver in football. He's an awfully good one, though, and much better than what they had a season ago in terms of he's finally now got a number one wide receiver, a legitimate number one, which he didn't have last year. And he still continues to put up monster numbers, even though he's been depleted at the wide receiver position.
I think James Cook is the most underrated guy in the league. I just feel like I feel like he's never talked about as one of the best running backs. And it's like, what does this guy have to do to get put in that category?
I mean, look, I read an article yesterday, Andy, that's they named the top 10 running backs going into the season, and he was omitted from the list.
That's criminal. It's laughable. He's on my fantasy football team every year because people just don't draft, and I'm like, I guess you guys don't like 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns like clockwork every single year. So
and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield,
Yeah. So, all right, Ross. Well, good luck on your 4.999% best bet. That is up for only.
Let me one more thing before I leave.
Yes, Ross.
191.58 units in net profit over the last 420 days at WagerTalk in all sports, folks. That ranks number one during that course of time. And so keep in mind, you can get my 365-day all-access pass for $1,459. That includes all 5% best bets. It amounts to an average of $4 per day, folks. So if you're betting every day or you're a regular bettor, this is the best option for you in terms of bang for your buck. And don't forget college football. Last 3 seasons, number one in college football with a record of 182 and 120, 60.3%, up over 155 units. That also ranks number one at WagerTalk. Last year in college football, 53 and 31, 63.1%, net profit of 75.99 units, and 13 and 3 last year on college football 5% best bets. $5.99 will get you not only the whole regular season, the bowl season, the playoffs, right through the national championship game. So take advantage of that, folks. WT.buzz/RB. You're seeing it right on the screen. And by the way, also, one more thing, be sure to check out my free pick videos every day here at WagerTalk TV. My Major League Baseball free pick videos, 7-1 with my last 8, which amounts to the last 4 videos. So not only am I killing it with my Major League Baseball premium picks, but also my free picks as well.
Awesome stuff, Ralph. Yeah, man. Once football season gets here, now it's go time for breakdown videos. So buckle up, folks. We're almost there. Thanks very much, Ross. Good luck. We'll see you next week, brother.
Take care.
Gotta love.
All right, Dan. Yeah, he's the best. Nobody promos like Ross. Nobody.
He's a beast. The 4.999. We have to use that again. That's strong.
Let's do Dinger Tuesday here, Dan. Let's hit some dingers. Let's give away some 3-day passes. All right.
Boom.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to literally be at the Tigers game watching Dylan Dingler bat. So we have to play Dylan Dingler to hit a dinger on Dinger Tuesday when we are there. So if he hits one, we will give away a 3-day pass. That's why you got to put your WagerTalk username. After the show, in the comments section, if you want to post who you think hits a dinger, put it in there, and we'll give out a 3-day pass. Besides Dylan Dingler, and that's the problem is he doesn't have a great matchup tonight. The opposing pitcher's only given up 10. So it's like, may not see one tonight. Who are you going to go with for your Dinger Tuesday?
Here's was my thinking as well, was obviously we're going to the Tigers game. You know my rule. If you're going to the Tigers game, you have to bet a home run hitter, and you have to bet either a nerfy or a yerfy. So what I will say, Andy, is yes, JT Ginn has been very solid here for the Athletics. However, what has not been solid for the Athletics is their bullpen. So if you are talking later in the game, we're still going to have the same guys going up to bat. And this Athletics bullpen sitting at 24th ranked bullpen on this season, outside of Sean Newcomb, any of the other arms are, you're talking 3 or more on their ERAs. So while we might not be able to get to JT Ginn, we still got a chance late, which is why I'm going for a guy. I was talking with our man John Hoagland. The do factor is in play for Kerry Carpenter of the Detroit Tigers tonight. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's been getting runs at a good clip. However, it just hasn't been translating to home runs recently. However, on the season, he has 13 home runs. That's already half of the home runs that he had last season. So if he can continue this upward trajectory, I think we might be able to see a dinger out of Kerry Carpenter tonight. So outside of Dingler on Dinger Tuesday, I'm betting Kerry Carpenter. It's around plus 380. And with a boost, Andy, you can get it up to 580. Give me Kerry Carpenter to go yard.
Okay. I'm going to fade Noah Schultz of the Chicago White Sox. His ERA is not that great, but he has given up a home run in 4 straight games. So I think the Red Sox are in play. And if the Red Sox are in play, I think you got to go with Wilson Contreras, who's hit 20 home runs this season. So Wilson Contreras is plus 320, get you a booster up to about plus 450. So I'll go with Wilson Contreras to go deep against what's this guy's name again? Schultz, Noah Schultz of the Chicago White Sox.
I like it, Andy. So this is the day. If you've never done the comments before, right after this show is done, you have multiple different ways to be winning here today. So first things first, comment below with your WagerTalk username. You're automatically entered in if your WagerTalk username is down there, because Andy is picking a winner because we went toe-to-toe in pinball. Your other action is join in on Dinger Tuesday. If you comment, you're entered in because if Dingler goes yard, one of you are winning. And then the third way, comment the player that you think will hit a home run on Dinger Tuesday. Include your WagerTalk username. If they go yard, you're winning a free 3-day flex pass. We better see 100 or more comments when this show is done. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe, Andy. This is the day. Drop your WagerTalk username.
Absolutely. You got some pictures from dinner last night. It's kind of a little bit of food porn.
Look at what I'm being handed while I'm on air right now, Andy. You see what this is? This is a blondie brownie cookie with marshmallow and graham crackers on top. So I've been trying to fight this thing off. Kelly just forced it in my face, lunch. So I will be eating this.
What a great lunch. I'm sure your body.
Yes, very nutritious. Very nutritious. And it looks like the layers of earth, Andy. Like you have this is just years.
Yeah. No, it wasn't sleazy steak dinner, Ed. It was sexy steak dinner. The name of the place was
dinner, and it was steak. It was sexy. I mean, the place was super cool, super awesome ambiance. Really great time there, man. And I mean, the food, that Australian Wagyu to die for. An Australian Wagyu to die for. Mashed potato on the side, green beans, heirloom tomatoes. Their pasta was great. Everything incredible. So if you're in Detroit, Sexy Steak, an incredible spot to check out, even if Carmine Bianco doesn't send you shots during the hydration break of the USA game, which is everyone cheersing in that photo.
That is a real thing that happened. It's a real thing that happened. Carmine bought us from Canada shots of tequila during the hydration, like full-blown shots.
It was pretty epic.
So it was good. It was really good. So you want to show me your new favorite drink? Dan now has.
Oh yeah, this was. I'm not a like expensive cocktail kind of guy, but when in Rome, and this thing.
That's incredible.
This thing was pretty awesome, Andy.
That's how we do it.
Not gonna lie.
They did not go light on the smoke.
I thought that smelled like
Remy Martin, lovely old fashioned there, which was by far the best old fashioned I've ever had in my life. So
good old fashioned town. Every place we've gone to have old fashions, they've been
Has
really,
not
really
missed.
good around Detroit. So
has not missed. From a
yeah,
pizza shop
absolutely.
to a bar arcade, every old fashioned has been on point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Remember, it's $5 Tuesday. Get as many plays as you feel comfortable with. We are rolling in WNBA, fresh off of that nice 4% winner last night. It's our first World Cup play of the week. We went 4-2 last week, so looking to carry that momentum into this week's games. And we're going to be back. No, Brian Power is going to be hosting tomorrow. Dan and I will be traveling back home. So Brian Power will get you taken care of for tomorrow. And Dan and I and the crew will be back on Thursday. So we're going to have a lot of fun at the Tigers game. But more importantly, hopefully we cash some bets. Thanks very much for joining us. Good luck on your bets. Make sure you comment below. We're giving away a lot of 3-day passes today. Good luck on your bets. Go Tigers. And we'll see everyone on Thursday. Take care.